Brianna, what's up? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well. Today's an exciting day. I heard you got your peanut thing.
I did.
Let's go ahead and see what you got.
I ended up with the roasted peanut flavor.
Wow, all right. And this is your
Yep,
first time checking out peanut?
it is. I was made familiar of the brand and the company at a recent conference in
Mhm.
Minneapolis and was really excited about the option and reached out. So yeah, I'm excited about the product. I'm a registered dietitian, and so
Okay.
it was the Food and Nutrition Conference through our National Academy, and just able to see a variety of different vendors and the products that they offer. I've been to the conference a few times. I've been a dietitian for a number of years, and this was something new and different, which is always exciting in the food and nutrition realm.
So looking at Peanut Crunch, I mean, you've got the ingredients there before you try it. As a dietitian, what's your initial reaction?
Yeah, so it's an interesting product in that I love just kind of the basics of it in terms of it looking like a crunchy snack, but having just more whole ingredients. I also, from the standpoint of just allergies, I love that it's a gluten-free option. I work with a lot of individuals with food allergies, and so it's nice to have some of those snack items that offer a variety of health benefits but also meet their needs from an allergy profile. And so I think that that is really great too. Anytime I can look at a packaged item that's easy and convenient and see that there's minimal ingredients, I think is important and really great from just an overall nutrition standpoint.
It's pretty rare to see that nowadays, right? Like I just
Oh,
started paying attention to the back of labels and like
100%. It is really rare to see such few ingredients, especially some of the ingredients that this product uses. So, thinking about like the beans as really the base of it, that's something that is not common and then allows for just that added nutrition benefit of the fiber and so forth. And so, I think it offers a lot of things that are different from other snack foods that are out there.
what about like protein? Like, I mean, as a dietitian, what's the importance of that in your opinion?
Yeah, so I think protein is one of those really important nutrients at all ages of life, really. As we think about our younger individuals, for those that are in athletics and so forth, they have that muscle breakdown. And so we want to make sure that we're including protein for that rebuilding and repairing of muscle cells. Protein is really the building block for tissues, muscles, and so forth in our body. And so important for our developing individuals to have that. But also, just beyond that, protein is essential for just really stabilizing our blood sugars. And so it's going to help with that overall, just kind of energy maintenance throughout the day. And then I think about our older population, adults, and so forth, and just preservation of that lean body mass is so huge. And protein is essential for that. And so I think beyond just the component that it's necessary for that lean body mass and muscle tissue. I think it also has that importance of maintaining those stable blood sugars so that we think about energy levels and cognitive function throughout the day as well.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm curious to see your opinion on the taste of the peanut crunch. So let's take a
Yeah,
look at that.
no, I'm excited. I have had a couple people try, so I'm happy to let you know their thoughts as well. But all right, do you just want me to try it?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Right. They are so crunchy, like any of the puff items, which I really like. I think it's a really, really good texture.
And what about the taste? What's the taste remind you of or reminiscent of?
The initial flavor is very much that peanut butter flavor, which I really like. There's a different taste afterwards, and I assume that that come from the bean and so forth. It's just a little bit different. But I think that once that kind of goes and you get back to kind of that peanut butter, and so it's a surprising taste initially, or excuse me, after that like initial peanut butter flavor, but not bad, interesting, just different.
That's unique. That you taste the peanut butter, and then also you're picking up on some of the hints, the navy beans that are
Mhm.
in the product. No, that's really cool. So, as a dietitian, what led you to this journey? 'Cause, it's not every day people wake up and say, "Hey, I want to be a dietitian." So, what led you here?
Yeah, so I've always just had an interest in using kind of food as medicine. I'm not opposed to medication or any anything in that regard. I just think food can be really powerful in terms of inflammation and what we feed our bodies. There's just so much connection when we think about like the gut brain axis and gut health and the contribution to the mental health. There's just so many pieces of that. And so I just think it's so cool that we can look at nutrition and the food that we fuel our bodies with and make changes accordingly to support just overall health. I also am a big proponent of really looking at prevention of illness and chronic disease. And I think when we look at the prevention piece of that, nutrition is just so huge and vital. And so having a part in that, I really enjoy.
I mean, you've got a pretty storied career here. I mean, you're the president of the North Dakota Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, and you've been a board member for over 10 years, it says. So this is truly a passion of yours. This isn't just something that you stumbled into. For someone that was looking at the future of dietitians, like what would you recommend? Like, is this a career that you feel like is growing, or do you think that technology is rapidly changing it?
I do think it's growing. I think with the medical technology, people are living longer. And as people live longer, there also has to be that focus on quality of life. Longevity is one thing, but how do we ensure that that longevity is met with quality? And I think that overall nutrition and prevention of those chronic diseases and so forth plays a really big part. I do think the field of dietetics is growing. There are just so many avenues with it, whether it be clinical, food service, community, corporate, within different organizations, food science, in the creation of new products. I think that it's absolutely a field that's growing, and that we need more individuals in.
It's funny, you don't think about it, but a chef is when people think about food, they're like, oh, I should become a chef. But arguably, you have just as much impact, if not a little bit more, because you're helping someone, you're telling someone what's plausible for them to eat, and them in order, once they consume that, they'll be the best version of themselves or feel the best.
Yeah, it's always, as a dietitian, people are like, oh, you must make the best meals. And I always tell them, no, I did not go to culinary school. I am not a chef. But that is a field that is growing, that combination of chef, dietitian, of really creating those meals and having the education of the flavor profiles and so forth, along with that nutrition education of what is best for our bodies and how do we fuel ourselves and how do we meet our individual needs and help those around us meet theirs too.
That makes sense. For those that are looking to potentially work with you, what's the best place to go to find out more about your practice?
So I actually work with a small company in Fargo, North Dakota. I'm with Beyond Boundaries. And the best way, if you are looking for help with any kind of nutrition goals that you have, is to reach out. The phone number for Beyond Boundaries is 701-356-0062. And you can just, mention that you're looking for some guidance with a registered dietitian, and that'll connect you with me.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And I really loved your perspective on peanut.
Yeah, it's nice to have something different. I think it's a great option. I've had patients try it, and one who recently ordered from the website, she thought it was great. I had my 14-year-old daughter try them, and she also was like, yeah, I could do this. And so, again, I think it's a product that a lot of people could benefit from.
Oh, I love to hear that. We will catch you in the future, and thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.